Welcome to the fourth week of Advent of the season of light. In the first week, we concentrated on the longing and the hope, the calling in of that which is new to come in us and through us and grow in us and in the world. And in the second week, we contemplated the joy of spiritual friendship, of spiritual community and fellowship, and the essentialness of that along our path. And then last week, we contemplated how our minds can initially have trouble doubting, reasoning against that which is growing inside, and when they get on board, what a wonderful support that is between mind and heart, a union of spirit that really brings forth that which can be in us and in the world. So this time, this week, we're going to contemplate that the fullness has now grown in Mary. The baby is close to due, and she and Joseph receive the news that Caesar has called for a census of the entire empire, and he's telling everyone they all need to go to their hometowns so he can count all the people in his empire. Mary's 9 months pregnant. This was not what they were counting on. Joseph was distraught at what they were going to do with her being so pregnant, and he guessed there may be no space in Bethlehem when they go there because all of the travelers who were needing to go. He may feel like a failure that he can't provide for his wife any better than this. He's worried about her safety, of comfort, of being able to get donkeys and supplies and a space to stay, all those practical things in life. Mary, on the other hand, knew the prophecies. She knew it had been prophesied that the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. She knew this the whole time. She knew the scriptures in and out. She had not tried to make that happen. She had rested in complete faith that God could make anything happen, as was apparent with her own pregnancy, and God would arrange whatever was needed. So imagine Mary hearing about the census, hearing Joseph being distraught, they need to go to Bethlehem, and her smile in her heart of, isn't that amazing? The entire Roman Empire was mobilized so that this baby would be born where it needed to be born, without anybody pulling a control thing or trying to force something to happen. Her trust, her faith. And that mattered so much more to her than whether there was a room in a hotel, whether there was a place to stay, that they needed to be in a stable didn't matter. This was a miracle that she had relaxed in knowing what needed to be and no idea how God would bring it about. So they travel to where this is to happen, her in deeper, deeper, deeper awe of God's astonishing ways working in and through her. And her being full of this growing light just about to come forth. In us, this same trust and faith is needed. We don't know how this mystery is going to emerge in us and move through us into the world. We don't know what it will look like or how it will come about. So we stay in faith, in trust, awaiting in great hopefulness for it to come forth. And then the miracles happen. Things fall into place we could have never manipulated into place. They fall into place in ways we would have never imagined. We let go of the control, and the divine brings about the miraculous happenings that are just perfect for the emerging of the light in us, in others, and in the world. You see, they all correspond. We can't control and force and make this happen in us. We can't control and force and make it happen in others. And we can't do it in the world. And yet, we need to nurture it and trust it and believe in it and be willing to move with it, whichever way it moves, when the time comes. And to rejoice in knowing it will be taken care of. To open to see how that will come about. At this time, as we feel that light expanding in us, the hope, the anticipation that we feel, we need to affirm it in the world too, no matter what it's looking like externally in the world. We need to be able to see and trust and know and pray that light into coming forth in the world. Feeling it expand, affirming it, knowing it, no matter what the outer looks like, no matter what events in the world may be disturbing, that we hold the faith and trust, and we await the angels singing, which will come to those who have ears to hear as that emergence happens. Let us wait in the greatest of hopes and wonder at the mystery of how this will come about in full faith and trust and anticipation. Blessings.